Okay, so here's my answer to Practice in Physics 725. Hang on, let's get rid of that. Right, okay. So, this is Practice in Physics 725. And what the question is asking you in this particular case is thinking of the springs that we've used in the lab, and they've got a stiffness constant of 13 newtons per metre. What is the stiffness when three of these are connected end to end? Well, if you think of a single one, you put a force on it and it will make an extension X. Now if you think about three of them, there we go, there's one, and then attach it to another one, and then attach it to a third one, and now put the same force on. The thing is, all three of them will extend. So you've got that extension, and that extension, and that extension. So you'll get 3 times as much extension. And from Hooke's law, F equals kx. And if we just turn this into proportionality, the extension is proportional to 1 over k, or perhaps more helpfully there, the stiffness constant is proportional to 1 over x. So as you increase the extension, so if you double the extension, you'll halve the stiffness constant. So this time we've got 3 springs, so 3 times the extension. So instead of having a stiffness constant of 30 newtons per metre, it'll be 1/3 of that. It'll be 10 newtons per metre. Now, for the second part of this question, so this is, so we've got 2 of these springs connected side by side. So in many ways it helps if you kind of draw a little diagram showing them side by side. There's the one, there we go, and this time both of them are connected to that same mass. Well, because they're now sharing the load, you're going to get half the extension. So if you, by analogy, use that proportionality that we had before, so if you get half the extension, then you'll get twice the spring constant. So twice the 30 will give us a spring constant of 60 newtons per metre. There's a final bit to this, what happens if you had half a spring. So that's quite a difficult one to think about, but if you think about it in terms, again, so this is part C, of our proportionality, you actually have the same situation as you had here, because half the spring would give you half the extension, and because of that, yet again, the spring constant doubles to 60 newtons per metre.